Hey, I'm Stace, and if you want to eat like this and like this all week long, I have the best idea for you. Strap yourself in, subscribe now, and watch this YouTube video all the way, start to finish, because I'm going to show you how to prep 5 dump bags for the freezer that will become dinners. All right, first things first is I've gone to the markets and I'm getting the babes involved with helping me out for the week. Wondering, do your babes tend to help with the shopping and things too? Let me know in the comments. First things first is I get the fruit into the fruit bowl and then I use my veggie cleaner to clean off my vegetables. I find if you get into the habit of this, and I really recommend that you do it if you're a bit like me and you're like, I need to get more organised in the kitchen because the cost of groceries is so much money and I cannot afford to not be using everything up. I find if I come home, organised, get it all washed, dried off, and then put it away. Usually I'll actually make up my dump bags on the weekend as well for the week. But I wanted to show you with this week's video that you can go ahead and wash everything, put it away, and then you can pull it out a day or two later if that's what works with your week. Now, the awesome thing is that all of these recipes I am putting together into a plan that you can follow. So if you check out the description below, you can jump on and buy this prep guide now. So it'll show you how to make 5 of these dump bags in 1 hour. These are my little markets baskets. I just give them a wipe out every week. I'm teaching my little 10-year-old dude here how to cut some celery. And you know what? This was actually the first week that I got them super heavily involved, and it will not be the last. I tell you, it really sped things up because as they were sort of cutting these things, I was able to get everything washed, and I was even thinking through what different bags I had to make up. We eat a bunch of celery because my kids love making ants on a log. Have you guys ever made those before? Let me know in the comments if you have. It's definitely a thing from Canada. It was something I used to serve in restaurants there in a ski town in Canada in my early 20s. And all of the meals had these ants on a log on the side. And I was like, what are they? And now I've actually tried them, which is a gorgeous bit of celery with some peanut butter and sultanas on it. Brilliant. So good. Cut up my bread that I got from the markets for the week and kind of just did a little recce of, okay, if I put everything away, feeling like an absolute rock star. And then the next thing is I did this on Monday. So you can see here I'm in a different outfit. And first things first is I pull out my dump bags. Now, I want to caveat this because something I'm getting a fair bit on my Instagram. Make sure you're following me over there, Stacey Claire Health Coach, is Stace, I'm not into plastic bags and I've never seen you into plastic bags. What are you doing here? I'm making these up in plastic because I'm trying to visually show you the dump bags. However, if you've watched some of my other videos here on YouTube, and if you know me pretty well, you'll know that I'm really into glass containers. So please use those or silicons. I'll link below the ones that I use. And then I basically label all of my 5 bags and then I go ahead and lay everything out. Now, the awesome thing about this course, and again, guys, it is just below, I would love for you to jump on it, is I have a guide for you to follow. So basically it took me about 10 minutes here to lay everything out. Of course, I didn't have Stace's awesome guide that I was able to watch me on video, but you'll be able to do that in the course as well. So you'll have it written, but the ripper thing about it is that you'll have one of these videos that isn't sped up. It's literally in real time, the full hour, so that you can follow along with me. And then once everything is laid out, I can go ahead and start making them up. When I say everything is laid out, Dylan, I really want you to follow that to a T. So I want you to get out the salt and pepper. If you need a head of garlic and half is in the first meal and the other half's in the third meal, then break it up now and do that. I even went ahead and cut up my pumpkin. I needed half a butternut pumpkin overall because I write you a shopping list in this course too. And I was like, brilliant, I can put half in this meal and then half in that. And I literally go ahead and chop those up. This first meal here, oh my goodness, this one was so delicious. It was a gnocchi. So I buy the shelf-stable gnocchi there and I put that into my container with a whole heap of different veggies and chicken. I'm giving my board a really good clean. It's something that I've got in a few of the other videos that you guys love watching here on YouTube. You said to me, Stace, are you not using a plastic board? No, I don't. I use wood because I don't want the microplastics in my food. And then I just go ahead and give it a really good scrub in between cutting my raw meats and my vegetables. Let me know in the comments what you do with your boards. I'd be interested to know. I've seen that people sometimes disinfect them with lemon and salt as well. I want to try that. So if you've done it, can you be a doll and let me know in the comments? The second meal is I'm keen to give you guys a high protein but fully vegetarian meal in this plan. So I was trying out a dal, but I'm going to be honest with you, this is the only one that I didn't love. And the reason being is I think that a dal should cook low and slow. So I'm actually going to save that recipe for my 2025 slow cooker course. I do one of those every May, and I teach you how to make these dump bags as well, and how to dump them into the slow cooker in the morning. And I think a dal is probably better off then rather than in summer. All right, next one up is a Mexican. And I went ahead and marinated the chicken first in this bag. And the ace thing about doing this is that if you can get those spices onto your meats, it's just going to flavor them and give you so much yummier dinner. So I did that, and then I got my veg on top. And sister, that is number 3 done. I found some of these bags took slightly longer than 10 minutes, and then others were literally done in like 4 to 5 minutes. This is a longer one, and oh my gosh, make sure you watch through to the end here how you see how I actually make this one up for the week. It is the dark horse. I was a bit nervous about it. It's a bang bang chicken. And I was like, oh, are people going to be cranky that like I'm telling them to mix some yogurt with a few herbs for the marinade? But baby, as soon as you make this, you will be so happy that you took those extra 2 minutes and made this up. All of these recipes that I'm making for this week with my dump bags are pretty much one panners that you can handball into the oven. The ripper thing about these is for summer is that you can serve them, you know, with a veggie, like with a salad if you wanted to, but I'm looking at these being complete meals. So this is number 4, and it's actually got a whole heap of rice in there. So I don't want you to be thinking, oh, okay, well, Stace kind of gives me the starters, but then I needed to go and make all of this for the side. No, if you want to serve it with an extra salad, brilliant. We often do, but you will find all of these meals will feed 6 people, and they will be really complete meals. All right, the last one is my honey mustard sausage bake. I made this a few weeks ago. It was so popular with the kids. It was their favorite. So I played with it again. I used one of those fancy cutters. I'm wondering if you guys have used these before, that you kind of put the veggie in top and then it pushes it through that grid for them to be the same size. I love this idea, and it was a way of me going, look, can I make sure that we'd be able to prep all the veg in an hour? Look, you can, but I was able to do it also with my knife. So let me know, like if you're going to be doing this is all the meals laid out, by the way, would you be like, look, Stace, I want to be chopping these up in a Thermomix, or no, I'm old school and knife use? Let me know below. Okay, this is a little compilation of me over the full week of how I brought these meals together. So I turned on the oven, pulled out my dump bag. That was me in my gym gear. Had a little old shower. And then this was it going into the oven after the kids got home from school. None of these meals have taken over 45 minutes to cook. And I just have been making notes here because I'm a bit of a nerd, and I really am recipe testing these a bunch. Each recipe be made between 3 and 4 times to make sure that it's perfect. This is that awesome one with the rice. I turned my oven function over to the grill, and then would you look at this? Oh my gosh. I just used my little spray bottle. I'll link that below so you can grab one too, on top of the chicken, and it helped it crisp up. I've served it with a few little extra greens, and then that little dump bag of the sauce. Look at oh my God. Got to listen to this. That all out of a bag. Oh. Special too, because it's got the sauce. Oh my gosh, this is so good. All All right, meal 2. This one was the Mexican night, and I did just write before, and I'm really interested to know. So if you missed it, can you be a doll and let me know in the comments? Are you guys always, if you're having tacos, is it soft tacos? Is it hard tacos? Look, do you throw them to the side and you only ever want to eat them with corn chips if that's what Mexican you're doing? I absolutely loved this one and cannot wait to recipe test it because I'm actually going to add a few more things into the mix. And I love that the kids were able to take this one for school. I actually mixed it with a little bit of extra sauce and some pasta, and that was beautiful for their lunch boxes. All right, the next one here is this yummy gnocchi bake. And I wanted to show you a bit of real life. My kids do Kumon, which is a home sort of tutoring system, and they were getting that done while I was whacking on dinner. The great thing about it is my son was asking me a few questions. And because I was like, everything is sorted, I'm not overwhelmed, I'm not needing to grab 4 different pans, find the sauces, find the spices, because I was literally dumping out my bag, I felt calmer. This is how it ended up. Oh my goodness, I covered it in Parmesan cheese because, come on babe, that's the rules if you're eating gnocchi. And the kids absolutely loved this one. You can change it around to any of these recipes, and you'll love this in my course, is that I will give you ideas of different proteins to add for these. So this was chicken. But baby, this would work so well with some cut up sausages, even pork, right? And different veggies that would suit your family. So if you're keen on really upping the nutritional value of the food that you're giving the kids, you will love this, and also the variety that I give you in the recipes. This one was my dal, and I did it with some veggie packed rice. So I've got frozen peas here, and I also cut up some of my beans. This is a little hack that I often do with my rice, is that I just love pumping it up. So that was some dal, was delish. And then on to my sausage tray bake. So this one was ripper. It's just honey mustard. It cooked up a dream. We gobbled it all up, and you can change up any veg. So darling, grab this course now. It is linked below. Make sure you're following along because I cook up a whole heap of these dump bags every single week in meal prep, and I think you'd love and get lots of inspo for it. And so I'll see you back here next Friday with another video, and be sure to follow me over on Instagram to see all the other yummy things I'm cooking for my crew. See ya.